y'all. Okay, we're on. Welcome to Fashion 101, y'all. We're about to get started. So, before I get into today's lesson and just like an overview of what we're going to talk about today, I want y'all to know that there is some suggested reading, some suggested materials that you can download today. I think it's up there for like $10 right now. So if you want to follow along, if you want to work through this process with us, then you make sure that you grab the Own Your Style workbook, and it'll take you through all the steps that we're covering today. But we're gonna, if you don't get the book, you're still gonna learn a lot here. So only thing that I ask, because I am offering this for free, is that as much as you can, make sure that you're tapping the screen. Tapping is like coins, okay? It's giving currency and it's getting this live out to more people. So that's how you can show your gratitude. You can also hit the heart me if you're on TikTok, and you can join the team. That's another way that you can support. And if you're on YouTube, make sure that you like this and share it if it's helping you, because that also helps as well. So there's multiple ways to compensate for our lesson for the next few weeks. All right, y'all? Life here, yeah, it's free. So that's how you can support. That's how you can show your love and compensate me. All right. So this is the Own Your Style Journal. This is Fashion 101. We're going to be covering all the topics that you need to find your style, to own your style, and to confidently step out in how you are supposed to look. Okay. So a couple of things that we're going to cover that you may not have heard of before that makes this different than most. Oh, this is not focused on me. That makes this different than a lot of what you might hear when it comes to style. There we go. Is that I talk about a couple of things that aren't discussed commonly. So things like your style, personality, the emotional patterns that influence and inform the way that you dress. I talk about something called style personalities. I might have said that already, but I'll repeat it again, just because style personalities is something that still I don't hear a lot of people talking about them, and it's wild because once you find out what your style personality is, it legit helps you. Not only if you, even if you don't hire a stylist, it helps you to keep going with your style. So it's a couple of things that I cover that I just haven't seen talked about before. And then another thing that's unique to me is that we're going to talk about upcycling. So different tips and tricks that you can use to make your clothes last longer, to make them do some different things, especially if it's just not in the budget to buy a whole new wardrobe. I never encourage people to do that. I actually don't think that it's helpful to overhaul your whole wardrobe in order to find your style, because my belief is that you buy the pieces that you like for a reason, and more often than not, the clothes that you have already reflect the style that you want to have. Hey, Ashane. But the thing that's missing is the courage and the confidence to actually put it on, or maybe not knowing how to style it to make it really what you want it to be, right? So this course is not going to require for you to go out and throw all your clothes away. Hey, Trouble, it's not going to require you to go and buy a whole new wardrobe. It's going to encourage you to find what you got, use what you got, even if that means you got to go do some thrifting, you got to borrow some clothes from somebody, do a clothes swap. However you want to get creative with getting the pieces that you want, that's what we're here to do. So that's the whole rundown. Let me go through what we're going to cover. This is going to last for the month of February. So every Friday we're going to have like our Fashion Friday is going to be a roundup. And then outside of our Fashion Fridays, I'm going to be dropping lessons throughout the week. So if you are following me on YouTube, or if you're following me on TikTok, you're going to be able to see the classes, the tutorials, different things and tips and tricks that you can use. Different lessons are going to be dropped throughout the week. So not only can you come and us have our powwow and whatever the lesson's going to be for Friday, we get that, but you're going to also get some additional videos as well, because I have so many like different things I want to share with y'all that I can't imagine only being able to do it in 4 live sessions. So, all right, y'all, let's get into what we're going to cover. Okay. Who's excited? Who's ready for this? All right. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is going to be like almost like a questionnaire. Hey, Kayla, it's going to almost be like a questionnaire. So it's going to have some questions that going to get you thinking about, where does your style come from? Why do I dress the way that I do? Why do I gravitate towards certain things, show up in different ways? So that's going to be that's the first and foremost. That's what we got to cover and talk about a little bit. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is something called emotional style patterns. Okay. And emotional style patterns is one of the things that I mentioned that it doesn't get discussed as often as it should. But when you realize what patterns of behavior are tied to your personal style, it's going to unlock so many revelations for you that are going to help you to be more confident in what you decide to put on and actually wear. It's going to help get the ideas that you have in your head out onto your body. Okay. The next thing we're going to talk about is our style goals, which is kind of in line with creating like a mood board or a vision board, but for your style. And so we're going to grab the images that you need. This is where you're going to find out your style, personality, and feel even more comfortable and excited about where you're taking your style, because I'm a firm believer that if you make the vision for it, if you map out what your vision is, even for something that seems as trivial as your style, you'll start to see yourself embody the things that you put on that board, right? So how to take the Pinterest, the Pinspiration, and turn it into real life. We're going to talk about what your style is exactly. I'm going to go over briefly about closet detoxing, because this is actually something that doesn't need like a full blown lesson, but just some things, some best practices, and just like a cool system that you can use to figure it out. Okay. The next thing we're going to cover, another thing this is going to be brief. Okay. I'm keeping it brief because this is not one of my personal favorites, but people always ask about capsule wardrobes. I'm just letting you know in advance. All right. I'm not a capsule wardrobe girl. It is not one of my favorite things. However, inside of the capsule wardrobe conversation, there is something called outfit formulas. If you've heard of outfit formulas, just put your hand up if you've heard of it. If you haven't heard of a style formula before or outfit formula, put a question mark in the chat, and then I'll get a good idea of where people's understanding is already. Okay. But the capsule wardrobe basics include something called outfit formulas, and outfit formulas are really helpful in making it take less time for you to get dressed. And I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want putting on clothes to take up all of my day, right? All right, I see some question marks. All right, that's good. That means you're going to learn something new. All right, that's already something to be excited about. Outfit formulas. When you think about outfit formulas, think saving time. Time saving. I still look cute. I can confidently put outfits together. That's what an outfit formula is going to help y'all to do. All right. So that's why the capsule wardrobe part is in there. So even if you're not a capsule wardrobe person either, that section is going to be worth the time because you're going to learn a valuable skill. All right. And then in the meantime, in the mix, there's going to be like a bonus activity. You can earn some extra credit, and your extra credit is going to be our style challenge week. What did I say I was gonna call it? It's gonna be the UTADA, or the outfit of the day style challenge. And so it's gonna be a week where we're going to implement all the things that we learned and really put it into practice. So if you're really about that life, trying to earn some extra credit, you're trying to show up and show out, then you're going to want to participate in Style Week. And that's going to be towards the end of our time together, so that all the lessons that you learned, you can put them into effect. And so I'm really excited about that, because there is something called Style Bingo that I have inside of this workbook that is going to give you some fun challenges to help you get outside of your comfort zone and try some new things with your style. So how does that sound, y'all? Y'all ready for it? Let me see some thumbs up or the dancing girl emoji in the chat if you're excited, you're ready, you heard some things that's piquing your interest. Let me know. Because I'm ready. Like I'm getting more hyped the more that I talk about it. Because I'm like, oh, y'all gonna look so good. You ready for the challenge, Kayla? Y'all finna look so good. Are y'all ready to be fine? Are y'all ready to step out and show out? Yes. Yes. Good. I see the dancing girl. I see it. I see y'all. Okay. So let's get into some of the questions that need answers, okay? So today's conversation is going to be all about where your style comes from, what influenced it, what inspires it. And so I have some questions, and if you want to answer these in the chat, then you absolutely can. If you would prefer to like sit and reflect on this and answer them later, then make sure that you either get the style journal or you get a pen and some paper, or even put this down in your notes for later, because these questions are going to be important to answer, okay? So I want y'all not to skip past this part, because this is the part where it starts in the mind. It starts in unlocking your mind and expanding what you see and understanding yourself more, because in order for you to represent your style well, you have to understand yourself. You got to understand what you're trying to say, what you want to represent, what you stand for, even when it comes to your values, where you choose to shop. Like this whole conversation with Target and the DEI rolling back, that is putting a lot of things into perspective for people. And what are my values? Where am I willing to, spend my money and put my dollar? What type of fashion am I going to now purchase if I'm opting out of Target? Hey, Chris, welcome in. So this is an important section. All right. So let's get into the first question, and I'll answer the questions for myself. And if y'all want to participate, then you put your answer in the chat. So if you had to describe your current style in 3 to 5 words, how would you describe it? So if I had to describe my current style, I would say that it is creative. It is I call my style rebellious. Especially because I just don't like following the rules. Especially when it comes to like the rules of fashion. I don't like following fashion rules. I would say that it is like quirky and quirky and fun, different. I'm at work, so I'm in the background, but I get tired of missing out. Oh, it's okay. Akuma said non-existent. Oh no, friend, not non-existent. Kayla says that hers is colorful, office attire, semi-creative, and cute. Okay, I'll take semi-creative. At least the creative is in there. Let's see. Lady Trey says laid back, playful, eccentric, and urban. Okay, I really like that one. I really like that one. Hold up. I'm trying to understand why I'm looking at myself over here. Okay. Yeah. I'm laughing. Kayla, yeah. The creative is in there, even if it ain't as big as you want it to be. Um Okay, so y'all got those down. Make sure that if you're participating in this, if you got something to write with, make sure you're putting this stuff down. Intentional, creative, check, check. I definitely would agree with your words on your style. That's how I see you too. Okay. All right, good. Y'all are participating. I like this. All right. Ready for the next question? Expressive. Oh, that's a good one too. I like expressive. I like expressive. I can imagine some of these words. Like, and if you can imagine them too, like I want y'all to let me know. Like, can you envision like what you're saying? Like, are you thinking about particular pieces that you have that shows this? Are you thinking about some of your favorite outfits that expresses this, or even just the things that you're drawn to? Colorful, durable, fun. Durable is a new one. Durable is new. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah. All right. So we're activating our imagination. We're starting it, y'all. Like we're developing our own style already. Okay. So the next question: what are your favorite and least favorite aspects of your current wardrobe? Oh, I like aesthetic too. I wonder what is I would love to know like what aesthetic means to you. I gotta put some of this stuff down because y'all are giving me even more ideas. So the next question is, what are your favorite and least favorite aspects of your current wardrobe? Timeless and longevity. Okay. Oh, longevity is good too. Okay. So Lady Trey says that your favorite, your least favorite? Your least favorite aspect is a lack of color. I think that my favorite aspect of my wardrobe is how much of my pieces are thrifted. Like I like that just because I feel like it really does speak to like the individuality that I like to express with my fashion. My least favorite is how similar everything is. Oh, that's a good one. Lack of diversity. Oh, okay, so I'm seeing some similarity. So, lack of color, lack of diversity. I'm really glad that no one's saying like I don't have options. So y'all know y'all got clothes. You just want more of certain things in your wardrobe. Okay, that's good. That's good. I would say that my least favorite aspect of my wardrobe currently is that I don't have more I don't have more like small designers in my wardrobe. I think that's what I would like to see. I love purchasing and buying from small businesses, especially Black owned businesses. However, fashion is a tricky one for us just because your price point has to be at a certain place in order to actually, generate revenue. And so I don't have as many black designers that I would like in my wardrobe. And so that's something that I definitely want to aim towards like improving. Like I want to have more black designers and I want to be able to shout them out. So comfort is great. Not enough pockets. Ooh, why don't they put pockets in women's clothes? It's like they don't want us to succeed. Unoriginal and cheaply made at times. Ah, okay. That's something that actually I realized that my wardrobe had too much it had too many clothes that just were cheap. It's like it is I had a lot of clothes but they were cheap and they didn't last. And that was starting to piss me off because it's like, even if it was cheap, I spent money on this. Like, I didn't spend money on this to only last me one day. So I definitely get that one. Yeah, fake pockets they should be locked up. Like if we could put if the fashion police, instead of attacking people's style, fashion police should attack things that just shouldn't exist. And clothes with fake pockets and with no pockets should definitely they should be on the list. Like they should be locked up and put in jail immediately because why would you disrespect me like that? Why would you disrespect me like that? Like I want pockets. Y'all, actually, funny story. Then we're going to get into the next question. But there was I have a pair of cargo pants, and y'all know cargo pants got all the pockets, right? And so at this point, I'm so used to my clothes either only having like a couple of pockets or the pockets not being functional or being too small to really use them. And so now that I got pockets that I can put a bunch of stuff in, I had no idea how to act. Like I put my phone in my pocket and then I changed out of the pants, and when I changed out of the pants, I forgot that my phone was in there, and I was looking for my phone for like 15 minutes because I had put it in my pocket, but I'm not used to having pockets. So now I had no idea where to find my clothes. But that just goes to show like that shouldn't be something that I forget. Like I should be used to having pockets. So, do they feel do you feel like they lose the pockets because it changes the silhouette? That's what they'll say. That's what they'll say, but here is my theory. Here's my theory on why women's clothes don't have pockets, okay? Y'all ready for it? Um I believe that they don't put pockets on women's clothes, or they give us those fake pockets because then it incentivizes us to purchase purses, bags, backpacks. And that is a huge industry, especially when it comes to women or femme people. Like we like we're gonna buy bags. That's a big industry. And so I believe that they create our clothes the way that they do so that it incentivizes us to buy more bags. I like, and I legit like I feel like y'all might say that it's a conspiracy theory, but I know how greedy people can be, and I honestly believe that that was the motivation. Like if we don't give women pockets on their clothes, then they have to buy purses, and we don't want them to stop buying purses. What y'all think? Am I tripping, or y'all feel like I got something going with that. I remember those, what was that? Janko jeans with light pockets that were big enough to fit a laptop in almost. Yeah, no lies. See, I knew I wasn't tripping. Lady Trey says spot on. No lies here. They think we don't know, but I know. I know. I peeped game a long time ago. Like y'all just want us to spend more money. Hey, basically, God, you definitely on to something. Yeah. So that's my theory. I think that they save all the pockets for men's clothes, and I feel like we should revolt. But also, I love a good bag. So can we just like have pockets and purses? Like, why can't pockets and purses just be a thing? Like, we can have both. I'm gonna have pockets and I'm gonna still wear a purse. You don't have to force my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be weird to me. Don't be weird. Just give us pockets. That's all I'm saying. Okay. I'm off of that now. I'm off of that, but that's one of them things where it's like, no, I don't know about that, guys. I don't know about that. Like, give me all the storage options. I will use them all. Do you have the Coach denim collection or bag from the collection? No, I don't. But I did see it and I did like it. Do you have it? All right, y'all. Let's get into the next question. This one is an easy one that you can answer. And if you want to explain why, then you can. If you don't, then you don't have to. But do you prefer being overdressed or underdressed? Okay. So if you prefer being overdressed, put that in the comments. And if you prefer to be underdressed, put underdressed in the comments. Okay. Or if you want to make it shorter, put O for overdressed and put U for underdressed. Okay. Nikki says overdressed. Nakia says over. Kayla says over. Oh, okay. I like y'all. Even if you prefer underdressed, I'm not judging you, but Chris overdressed, Kuma underdressed. That makes sense. Floor overdressed. Okay. It's way more overdressed people than I thought it was gonna be. I like that. I like that. My preference is to be overdressed too. And now it's making me wonder why that's my preference. Well, you know what? We won't get into that now, but I have a theory on the overdress part. Even my underdress is styled, honestly. Yeah, that's how I feel about it too, for real, for real. Like, even if it's underdress, it doesn't mean that you don't have style, but it could be a couple of factors that could go into that. Like, it can be because of your emotional style patterns, which we'll get into. We'll talk about emotional style patterns. And there's actually a quiz that y'all can take for the emotional style patterns as well. So it can be related to that. It can be related to just the way that clothes make you feel. Like, maybe you get hot easily, and so it doesn't make sense for you to be overdressed. Or if you have certain like sensitivities to like your senses. So like, if there are certain fabrics or certain things on your body that might be an irritant, then you might tend to prefer to be underdressed as opposed to overdressed. So the quiz that you can take, the quiz is inside the workbook. um and if you want to take it without the workbook, trying to think of how I want to do it, because I'm not creating a quiz, a digital version of the quiz just yet. But here's what I'll do. If you are a part of the class when we talk about it, then you can take the quiz with like a pen and paper, and I'll ask the questions. So that's how we'll do it. So if you don't have the workbook, which again, I would still suggest getting it, especially if you want to find out for yourself. But if you don't want to, but you want to still take the quiz, then that's what I'll do. I'll have that. But yeah, the quiz is literally a few pages away. Where can we acquire the book? The workbook that I'm referencing is inside of my bio. So if you go click up on my face and go to my links, then you can get the Own Your Style journal. That's what it's called. It's going to be some pictures of me and some outfits, and the journal is going to be up there. So you'll see this cover. That's how you'll know that you clicked on the right thing. And you'll get the digital version right away. You could literally start working through it today if you wanted to. And then if you're on YouTube, it is going to be in the description box. So I haven't forgot about y'all, but those are the two ways that you can get access to the workbook. All right. Who's ready for the next question? Y'all ready? Are y'all feeling like it's starting to get your wheels turning? Hey, Ron, it's starting to get y'all like thinking about some things. I hope so. I'm gonna assume that you are, because y'all are really engaged, and I'm really excited about that. Okay, so this next one is gonna dig a little bit deeper. All right, just a little bit, but I'll say on a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with being noticed? Hey, Adrian, welcome in. On a scale of 1 to 10, how comfortable are you with being noticed? Okay, John says 10. I see some sevens, tens, 5 to 6. Okay. Okay. Let me make sure I didn't miss anybody. I see another 5 for Christy. Adrian says 7. Okay, good. 2. All right, that's okay. 7 from Kayla. Okay, these are some good numbers. It seems like most people are somewhere around the 7 range. So between like 5 and 7, it seems like that's like our baseline there. Which is understandable. Which is understandable. If it was, let me ask y'all this. If this was like a worst case scenario situation, a worst case scenario and a best case scenario, what is your, why is that the number that you give? And let me see if I can answer it so that it makes more sense, just in case I might have confused you with that question. So I would say that my number, my comfort with being seen, I would honestly give it a 9, but it hasn't always been a 9. Like, it hasn't always been a 9. And I don't say 10 only because there's still some things that make me uncomfortable, and I have to like really like coach myself in the moment so that I can keep showing up and talking. So one thing, oh well, 8. One thing that would be like worst case scenario with being noticed, and this might be like a little vain, but if there's something like that I have going on that would embarrass me, then that would be like mortifying. So like, if I have something in my teeth, because I love smiling. So if I had something in my teeth, like I got some spinach or something in my teeth, then that would like freak me out. Like, or if I had like a booger in my nose, or like one thing that's like a constant fear of mine is like making sure that my skirt's not tucked in my underwear when I leave the bathroom. So I be worried that something is gonna embarrass me. Like, if people are looking at me, my first thought might be, is it something in my teeth? Like, do I look okay? Like, is my skirt in my underwear right now? Like, stuff like that. So like that would be like my like worst case scenario. You're blessed by God. Don't worry, John. 7, because there are other people that dress better than me at work. That's interesting. Okay. Okay. So it's almost like a little competition for you, which is fine. That's fine. But I like that you said that. I had a bad haircut at a public speaking event, and it ain't bothered me none. I love that. I want to be at that level of unbothered, but honestly, I'm a 9 because I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Ooh, it would freak me out. I guess in a sense, I'm still trying to be acceptable to others while also being my unique self. Understandable. I be in a fox suit. Yeah, I really don't think that you care, John. Still overcoming others' perceptions. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So let's think best case scenario. Okay. Best case scenario would be that like whatever I have on makes me like look so unique or so attractive, or it makes me look like an icon. That's the word I want to use. Like, if I feel like everybody's looking at me because like my outfit is like really fire, and I did something that they never seen before, that would make me feel good, especially because one of my desires as a person with style is to stand out. Like I want my style to be different. I want it to be individual. I don't want it to be like everybody else. And so if you're staring at me because you haven't seen anything or you haven't seen anybody style an outfit the way that I did, that makes me feel good. So that would be like a best case scenario, and where I'm okay with the attention because it's affirming what I wanted my outfit to do, basically. Does that make sense? Okay, my worst case is a 7 because of style or look. Best case is 9 if that stuff was on point. Yeah. Yeah, like it feels good when the attention is good, then I understand that. One thing that I would suggest that you think about, if you would still be uncomfortable with being noticed because you're different. And even if that different isn't a bad thing, but like let's say for instance, like my best case scenario still freaks you out, then that's something that's worth exploring and figuring out where that comes from, because that could be signaling some different, like some deeper things happening with you and just the way that you perceive yourself. Maybe you are struggling with not wanting to like rock the boat or be somebody that seems like they're trying too hard or trying too different. Like basically you're caught up in other people's ideas and perceptions of you, in a way where it's now like really impacting how you show up. And if you're not showing up authentically, it's especially something that you want to think about. All right. And if that's you, and you like really want to talk about that, but you don't necessarily feel comfortable talking about that on live, then I want y'all to send me a DM. Okay. So if you are feeling like, Jada, that sounds like me, and I'm just like really deeply uncomfortable with the idea of being perceived, then I want you to DM me and say, what word do I want y'all to use? Just say help. Okay. So send me a DM, say help, and I'll know what that means. And we could talk about it a little bit more. All right. Okay. So, who's ready for the next question? Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's ready? I'm fine with being noticed because I'm different, just lacking the style or look that I want and conveys the message that I want. Okay. All right. That sounds good. And that's what we're going to work on. That's what we're going to work on. Is that you, Kuma? You have a question? Or are you ready for the next question? All right. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is comfort to you? And how do you define comfort? What do you define as comfort? You're ready? Okay. That's what I figured. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is comfort to you? And what does comfort mean to you? For me, being noticed was always a bad thing. So now it's so hard to appreciate. Ah, that's a good one, Elf. That's a good one. That's something I actually want to touch on a little bit more. I like that you said that. Mm, okay. I'm just putting that down. I really do like that. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, for me, I would say that comfort is like an 8 for me. What do y'all say? I want to be cozy and comfortable. Okay. Being able to walk without overthinking about if something shifted wrong, and accommodating my thickness. Period. Period. You got to accommodate the thickness now. Being able to walk without overthinking. Okay, that's a good thing to point out. So, comfort for you isn't necessarily like the soft clothing or sweatpants, but it's more about you being confident in what you have on. I like that. I like that. Cozy and comfortable. I get that one too. Comfort is important, maybe a 7, or 8, depending on the occasion. I want to breathe and move freely. Yeah, got it. Definitely understand that. Comfort is a 7.5 for me. Okay. All right. So let's get into what comfort means to some other people. What does comfort mean to you? For me, comfort means that my clothes fit, Like as long as they fit, I'm not constantly adjusting, like similar to what Kayla said. Like as long as I'm not constantly adjusting my clothes, then I'm generally pretty comfortable. And then one thing that is important to me though is like if something is just like legitimately hurting me, like as long as it's not hurting me, then I'm okay. But like especially if it's something like shoes wise, because I have a big problem with shoes because my feet are wide, but they're not big. So it's always a very weird thing for me when it comes to shoes. So if the shoes start like really hurting me, like if it feels like it's like ringing out my foot, it's a no. It's a no. It's absolutely not. Get them off of me right now. I can't. I can't. I'm always like amazed at people that can wear shoes that are too small. Cause why? And how? And why? I could, it just is beyond me. I can't imagine it, y'all. I can't. If I feel like every step I gotta pray for my life, I just don't want to do it. Right. Like I can do a tight dress or jeans, but like certain materials like satin, I'm always iffy with. Yeah. You know, another thing too for me that goes with comfort is that there are certain things that like that are a concern for me. I know it's not necessarily clothes wise, but like I tend to sweat a lot. And so if it's something where like if I raise my arms or if like my dress gets tucked under, my fupa a little bit, then and I start sweating and I stand up and then I have sweat marks, that's something that also would make me uncomfortable too. Even though it's a completely natural thing. Like I know as humans we sweat, but I don't know why for some reason it just feels like you're not supposed to be able to, it's not supposed to be visible. So sweat stains definitely are like they take me out of it. So sometimes I tend to like want to wear like darker colors or just stuff that doesn't fit me as tight, so I can just kind of like separate it from my body. Comfort means I can move freely in the clothes and not experience any pain or discomfort. Okay, got it. OMG, yes. Or when you've been sitting for too long and thinking your butt sweaty, yes. No, like for real, y'all. Like the sweating it really does bother me. Thank you, Mask. Thanks for joining the team. It really does bother me, y'all. Like it messes with me. I was wearing something yesterday on live, and after the live was over, I raised my arm and I realized I was sweating. And I was like, oh my goodness. If that was on live and people just saw like this giant sweat mark, these pit stains, it was too late because I had already done the live. But I was thinking about it like, dang, like I wonder if they saw that. Did I raise my arms up or did I keep it cute? I don't tend to do like the full extension. I keep it down here, keep it cute, keep it modest. Fabric with some give, even if it's tight. I don't like clingy fabrics or fabrics that cause me to sweat or colors that would show sweat easily, like gray. Yeah. Definitely get that. Definitely get that. Okay. All right. So my next question, and I think we only got two more. Oh no, we got two more questions after this. All right. So y'all ready for the next one? Ready? If y'all are ready, I want you to tap the screen as fast as you can. Okay. You don't have to type anything, but I want to see y'all tap as fast as you can if you're ready for the next question. All right. When I start seeing the hearts, that's how I know that we're ready to go. And remember, if this is working for you, if this is helping you, and you want to know how you can compensate me, how you can, show your gratitude, then tapping the screen and joining the team are two very simple things that you can do that support this live. It's a way for you to compensate me for my time. It's a way to show me that what I'm teaching you is useful, is helpful, and that you want more of it. So I see the taps. I see y'all. I see y'all. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. So let's get into the next question. How well do your current clothes fit? Okay. And this is just like thinking generally. How do your current clothes fit? Are any too big, too small, too tight, etc.? So how do your clothes fit? Generally, would you say that you're noticing a trend? Like, are you noticing that, oh, my clothes are feeling a little snug? They wasn't this tight before. Are they feeling like they're too big? Like maybe your body's changing a little bit. Maybe, your butt look a little bit different in the clothes than they did before. That's one thing that I'm noticing right now. I'm like, what's happening? And it might be in my head, but again, it looks different to me. So are you noticing any differences in your clothes? I also, if I think, I feel like I have a decent amount of my clothes fit well, but there are some that still need to be altered to fit a little bit better. Like they don't have they're just not as like put together as I want them to be. And it's mostly because I bought them a little bit bigger than what I needed to accommodate like my hips or my butt, but I have a small waist. So that's usually a problem anyway. Let's see. My clothes fit well overall. Low key, I think I look a little better. Okay, I love that. You're filling them out. That always feels good. On the cusp, on trend, maybe tight, basics are comfy. Okay. Loose because I am between sizes. Okay, Christy. Understood, understood. Congratulations if the weight gain is intentional. I know like that's a big thing to celebrate. So if it is intentional weight loss, then kudos. Keep it going. Now, Jada, this weight gain has my clothes not fitting well. Adjustments definitely are needed. Okay, so we got some weight gain, some weight loss. We got some stuff that's filling out well. We got me who's just like, I need these jeans to not do this. I do tend to be bigger when I can't try on because self-conscious. Oh, I do tend to buy bigger. Okay. Who else does that? Just like for a show of hands. If you tend to buy your clothes bigger naturally, put a 1 in the chat if that's you. If you tend to buy your clothes a little bit bigger, put a 1. If you tend to buy your clothes tighter, put a 2. Hey, Lady Trey. So bigger, put a 1. Smaller, put a 2. Okay. Yeah, I got what you meant. Okay. So I see some ones. I see some ones. Ones. All right. Okay. Good to note. Tend to buy clothes bigger. Okay. And if you know why, tell me why you tend to buy your clothes bigger. Because if it's something that I notice is a common thing, then we can talk about that and what that will look like for you when it comes to shopping. So the more y'all tell me, the more I can help you. Why do you what motivates you to buy your clothes bigger? One, sometimes have to because of my dimensions, they need to be tailored. Okay, so some people do it just to accommodate their curves and just the fact that all clothes aren't made for your body. Okay, because my assets are thinking I'm a DIY and don't. Okay, so we got some stuff, we got some projects that are on the shelf, right? Okay, we got some projects on the shelf. That is all right. I know what that means. Okay, I know what that looks like. Um, what else? What are some other reasons? Unfinished, unfinished alterations to accommodate dimensions to accommodate the curves. Okay. Actually, I got a couple of DIY things that I can show y'all to help with that stuff. So, yeah. All right. Elf says not to not feel restrictive. Okay. So, clothes that fit feel restrictive, or do you feel like you just don't want the clothes to be you just don't want the clothes to be too tight? All right, because there's different reasons. Some of the reasons that I've heard are like Adrian said, you just need to you need to get clothes that fit certain things and alter the rest, which alterations are just a part of life, y'all. Especially if you're not getting your clothes custom made, alterations are just like something that we have to accept. And whether you alter them yourself or whether you take it to a tailor, that's something that I feel like everybody should be considering. Like, what am I going to do to make my clothes fit me the way that I want them to? So just like a heads up, that's already my stance on that. So if your clothes don't fit, that's what I would suggest. Just accept that, like, that's how he is. All right, that's the world we live in. Some other reasons I've heard is some people tend to buy bigger if they're used to maybe being plus size. If they're concerned about their weight fluctuating and gaining the weight again, they don't want to not have the clothes on standby. So they basically like have it there just in case, which I have my theories on that, but I'll save that for another day. But that's something else that I've heard. Some people just don't know how clothes are supposed to fit. Like they don't know like their right bra size, how bras are supposed to fit. They don't know how a blazer is supposed to lay on their body, and that's fine. Like I'm not judging anybody that doesn't know, because there are some things just about shopping, about fashion, about style that we didn't learn. Like we just didn't get that information. So if that's something that you're not familiar with, I don't want you to feel like you're not a real adult or you should have known this already. If no one taught you, you didn't even know what you don't know. So we can talk about that stuff too if that's something that you feel like might be a problem. But that's something else that I've heard. But a lot of times it is another way for people to like hide themselves, to conceal things. And I used to have like a really firm stance on that before, where I felt like you just shouldn't want to hide or conceal your body. Your body is beautiful. But what I've come to learn over time is that it's really not a matter of it being absolutely wrong or absolutely right. But I do always challenge people just to think about why they're doing it and what that means for them internally to be adjusting the way that they dress for those reasons to accommodate it. So that's all I will say. But not everybody needs to necessarily show their body in order to have style. So I'm kind of softening up on that because I used to go hard. I used to go so hard. So yeah. I also have endometriosis, so my stomach can look very bloated without notice, and fluctuate between my normal and bloated. I got you. Okay. Okay. So a form of shyness. Yeah, Lady Trey, is it can definitely be a form of shyness. Shyness, and also shame, shame, shame. It can be shame, especially if you didn't if you were made to feel condemned for your body, and if you were made to feel like there was something wrong with it, and it was something that you like have heard like definitely during like your formative years, then that stuff can carry and translate into adulthood and how you dress yourself, which is why when people talk about when I ask people about like where their style comes from, I ask those kind of questions as well. And we'll get into that again when we talk about emotional style patterns a little bit deeper, because then it's really gonna uncover some of the reasons why you dress the way that you do. Okay. But my goal when I talk about it is like not to pile it on and to make you feel even worse, but it's more just a way for you to confront it, challenge it, think about where it comes from, and then ask yourself, do I want to continue to dress this way, or is this actually hindering what I want to do, how I want to show up, how I want to dress? Because if it's stopping you from doing what you want to do, then it's worth considering, is it really a bad thing, or was I just made to feel bad about it? Right. So it can be a very nuanced conversation. Yeah, if bullied, and even if it wasn't like necessarily being bullied, but just people projecting, because we project. That's what we do as humans. So maybe people were projecting their insecurities onto you, but you internalized it, and now you dress the way that you do because of that, right? Like it can come from a number of things, a number of things. I'm a size 12 and not sure how to shop for my size because I'm short. Love that you brought that up, Christy. Okay. Love that. I love bring me all y'all problems when it comes to style, okay? Because I will figure it out. Size 12, not sure how to shop. Okay. I got you down. Okay. Are y'all ready for the next question now? Are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? We're having some good conversations here, y'all. We're having some really good conversations. All right. Let's do this again. So if you're ready for the next question, I want to see y'all tapping the screen. If you haven't already joined the team on TikTok, make sure you join the team. That those are both ways that you can help. If you want to share the live, sharing the live is also a way to compensate me. Okay. These are all is all currency. Okay. So whether you tap, whether you join the team, whether you share the live, these are all currency that I can use, and it will be your way to compensate me for my time, and it'll let me know that what I'm talking about has been beneficial, it's been useful, it's been helpful. So that's how you can do it. I see y'all tapping. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's get into it. Next question. According to your answers from the previous questions, what message are your clothes currently sending about you? Okay. That's the last one. And this one is one that I believe that as you talk about it a little bit more, it'll go a little bit more in depth. Like you'll start to uncover some things. But let's start talking about what we're noticing like right now on the surface. So according to the questions and the way that I answered them, I believe that my style is sending the message that I am someone that's bold and that I'm someone who is willing to experiment and try different things. I feel like my style is communicating that I am that I'm vibrant, but I also feel like it's communicating that I'm ready for the next level. And that's something that I haven't talked about a lot, but I do really think that as excited as I am that my style inspires people what how it is currently, there are some ways where I kind of want to like push the boundaries a little bit more and experiment some more. And so while I don't think that my style is safe, I do think that it's telling me that it's ready to evolve even more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get where I'm coming from? Not even sure how to answer. That's okay, Lady Trey. If you're not sure how to answer it right now, I want you to just write the question down, and I want you to take this and make that your homework for the week to really think about it and write it down as it comes to you, because it might take a little bit of time for you to like, reflect, think about it. The questions will start to reveal more answers to you. So take your time. If you don't have anything right now, this is not to rush you or to push you into it. Allow the answers to be revealed to you, especially because those are going to be the ones that are the most honest. You know what I'm saying? Elf says that her style is saying that is self-conscious and warm, but bold and creative. I love that. Like, I love that dynamic. Lady Trey says maybe youthful. That's a good one. Youthful. There's nothing wrong with being youthful. You want to know something about that too? Is that I feel like people get a lot of flack for not dressing their age. And can I tell y'all that that is one of the phrases I hate the most. Like I absolutely hate it when people tell people to dress their age, because honest who decided what it means? Who decided what it means to dress as a 40-year-old woman, 50-year-old woman, 30-year-old woman? Like, I don't like it. Like, I every time I work with people, especially if I felt like they could pull it off and they were willing to try, I always encourage people to wear stuff like crop tops. And my clients are in their 40s and 50s. Some of them are in their 60s. Like, if you want to wear it and you look good in it, wear your crop top. I can't stand it. And so I love that there are people whose style is just youthful. Like it just is. There's this man that I found. I'm gonna see him, I'm gonna do my best to find him again. But it's this older man, I mean, like gray hair and everything, and he was styling all of these like crazy shoes, and his style looks so much better than like most of the men that I see. Like his style was so fly, so fly. So basically what I'm saying is the whole dress your age, I don't ascribe to that. Dress in what makes you look the best and feel the best, period. My clothes are sending the message that I am finding my style and building my confidence through showing up as my full self, which can vary because I'm multifaceted, even in fashion, and that's okay. I got you. Okay, so you're saying that it's showing that you are discovering who you are, you're finding yourself, you are building and growing, and you also have different aspects to who you are. That's basically what you're saying, right? Like that's what your style is saying. I love that. Yeah, I get that a lot. Do you really, Lady Trey? That is so unfortunate. And I want to take this time to affirm you now that your youthful style is nothing to be ashamed of and is not something that you need to change. In fact, I encourage you to lean into it. What does it mean to lean into that youthful element, and how does it make you feel when you do? Like have fun with your clothes again. Wear sequins, wear sparkles, wear, I mean, whatever is youthful, whatever makes it youthful, wear that. Do that. The dress your age, yeah. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. There's so many rules to fashion that I honestly just feel like it's all, I won't say all, but there are a lot of things that are rules in fashion that are just made to push people's agendas. Whatever their agenda is, like they want everybody to look like they shop at Ann Taylor or White House Black Market, like, and that's not everybody's aesthetic. Like you don't turn 50 and now all of a sudden you have to start dressing like Banana Republic. If you're not a Banana Republic girl, then you're just not, and that should be fine. Like I don't like that. I don't like that. It's just like has to shift to be that. Now I want to wear a crop top tonight. Do it. Do it. Wear the crop top. I want to find a crop top. But the most crop I got right now is this little peak I got here. But I did this on purpose. I was like, I want to show my stomach. And so this is how I'm gonna do it because this is not a crop top. But go for it. Also, my look is too conservative and I want to be free. Oh, that is such a good insight, Adrian. Style is conservative and I want to be free. I'm about to write that down because that's a whole word in and of itself. My style is too conservative and I want to be free. Don't be surprised if that turns into a video idea because I love that. I love that. Who else can relate to that? Like who else feels like their style is too conservative? Or even if conservative isn't the word that you would use, but maybe you feel like your style is too safe. So if you feel like your style is too safe, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Okay? If you feel like even if it's an element to it, or if there's something that you feel like you can like push a little bit further or elevate it a little bit further, put a 1 in the chat if you feel like your style is too safe. I'm gonna keep my 1 up because I still feel like my style is too safe. Like I feel like I want to push the boundaries even more, which I said earlier. So you're in good company. Okay, we're in this together. Thanks for the follow. So who else? I see the ones. I see the ones. One. I see you, Alicia, Christy, Kayla, Adrian. Yeah. Yeah. That's what we about to do then. That's what this is gonna be about. It's not gonna just be about finding your style, but it's going to be about getting out of the safe zone, pushing our boundaries, and no longer playing it safe. Y'all, oh, wait a minute, because I also feel like I really do feel like that's just like a whole word. Like, get out of the safe zone. We're gonna stop playing it safe, and we're gonna start showing up like the people we want to be. That's what it means to be bold. That's what it means to be audacious. Shout out to Audacity. That's what it means to show up and be ourselves. Because what I hear when I hear that you're playing it safe, or your style is too safe, is that you're just not allowing yourself to show up in all of your multifacetedness, all your multifacets facetity. That's the word I'm gonna use. That felt good, even though it didn't come out smooth. That's what I hear, though. We're keeping a certain part of ourselves on the low. We keeping it hush. We treating a part of our personality like a side chick, and she deserves to be the main. Okay, she deserves some time to shine. So that's what this is. That's what this course, this next few weeks is going to be about: getting out of the safe zone. We're not playing the safe. We're going to be bold. We're going to be audacious. We're going to be who we're supposed to be, and we're going to allow people to love it, because they will. So who's excited about that? Who's ready? Who's excited for these next couple of weeks? Who's going to be doing their homework? Who's going to get the best? Who's going to get the best grade? Let's start there. Even though I'm not really grading y'all, this is going to really be more like a pass fail class. Cause honestly, I'm not a fan of art being graded. Like, I don't like it. I don't like art being graded. But this is going to be a pass fail. So the only way that you can fail this class, the only way that you can fail is if you don't try. Like, if you listen to everything that I say and you don't take action, that is the only way that you can fail this class. But if you show up, you do your homework, you put your clothes on, you're gonna pass. You're gonna pass. And not only are you gonna pass, but you're going to be so much more confident. You're going to have much better style. And y'all finna have the whole internet looking good, because I already see it. I already see the glimpses right now. Okay. So real quick, y'all, because I'm gonna wrap it up. We covered the style question. So we made it through the entire first section of this style workbook. We made it through it. Hold on. Let's cheer for that. We made it through the entire first section. We got to 10,000 likes. We got to 2 likes over here on YouTube. We got 4 people in here watching faithfully. Shout out to y'all. And we answered some really good questions. Y'all gave me some amazing things to talk about and to go further in. And so what I think the content is going to look like this week to continue on in the lesson, is we're going to talk about why you're buying your clothes bigger, and how to like ease out of that lifestyle. We're going to talk about shopping for the size 12. That one just like really, that one really like stuck with me. And then we're going to also talk about being noticed. Okay. So being noticed, being perceived, and how to navigate that. And then the last thing, I'm not sure what this is going to look like as a lesson, but I do want to talk a little bit more about your style being too conservative and wanting to be free. Okay. So our next lesson is going to be all about style patterns, emotional style patterns. This is going to be our quiz. Okay. I'm just going to give you like a quick peek. Hold on. See what page I want to show you. So this is a quick peek. Show you on if it focuses. It might not focus, y'all. Oh no, it's really not trying to. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to make it focus on here. Let me show y'all. Over here, even though it's backwards on TikTok. Okay. So emotional style types. Um, we're gonna talk about those, and you're gonna figure out which one you are. So we're gonna be taking a quiz. This one, if you cannot participate in it live, you're going to absolutely want to follow me on YouTube and get the replay. Okay. Catch the replay so that you can take the quiz and find out what your emotional style type is. This is a very important step in this process, and an important step in reframing, and just understanding yourself even more so that you can feel more confident when you get dressed, when you go shopping, et cetera, et cetera. All right. And from there, there's going to be some other things that we're going to talk about too. So, and I'll let y'all know those things when we get to it. Okay. Well, y'all ready for it? Y'all ready to find out what your emotional style type is and understand what I'm even talking about in the first place? I think that I might do like an introduction video to the next section so that y'all can know what to expect. But just so you know, there's going to be a quiz. There's no way to fail the quiz again unless you just don't participate. And we're going to keep on going. So I'll see y'all next Friday. We're going to be here, same time, same place. I'll set up an event on YouTube so you can register in more than one place. So if you prefer to listen to me on YouTube, then I'll create an event over here so that you can register for it and you'll get notified when I go live. Same thing over here on TikTok. Do the same thing that you did today. I had 23 people register for this class, and that is the most I've ever seen anyone register for a live event. So shout out to y'all wanting to show up better and improve your style. Like that's really dope. So yes, Chrissy, I'm glad you enjoyed the class. Thank you for showing up, participating. The next one that our next class, I'm gonna make sure that I shout out the people that are really participating too. So everyone that participated today, let me see if I can remember off the top of my head. Christy, you're definitely one. Kayla, Adrian, who else? I'm about to scroll through. I'm about to give y'all shout outs now. Thanks for the follow, Dr. Princess. Audacity rolled through and she started participating immediately. Alicia, you get a shout out. Elf, you get a shout out. Lady Trey, you definitely get a shout out because you was up in these comments, girl. Let's see who else. Okay, I think I got the top performers. Oh, John also was very active. I don't know if he's still here. Kuma definitely came in off rip, engaging. So shout out to y'all for. Oh, you're still here, John. Yeah. Y'all did good today. Y'all were amazing students. Amazing students. Okay. So anything on any question that you didn't answer, take some time to think about them, write them down, respond to it in a video if you want to, whatever you want to do. And the last thing that I want to say to y'all is that if you do end up either putting an outfit together, if you end up sharing like what you learned from the class, any insights or anything that you learned that you want to share with people, and if you make it a content, then make sure you tag me in it because any content that's associated with this class is going to get promoted by me. All right. So whether you make a video, whether you make a post somewhere, tag me in it. My name is at It's Jada West everywhere, literally everywhere. That's my name. And you tag me in it, then I'm going to make sure that I shout you out and I let people know who you are and what you learn, because as much as you're learning from me, like your participation and your word of mouth is so valuable. So talk about it, share what you learned, and I'm really looking forward to seeing how y'all progress over these next few weeks. Okay. Oh, hey Eve. So it's just, oh, I saw what you said, Mask. I know you're amazing, but you also are not on topic. So yesterday, I'm with you more than you know. Oh, I appreciate that, John. Thank you. Thank y'all. All right. So that's it. I'm gonna see y'all next Friday. And then I have to figure out how I want to do these style audits and everything, y'all. But we'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about that another time. But I think I want to gift like some style audits to the people that really show up in class. But let me work on that part, what that'll look like, what some like incentives are gonna look like, and we'll talk about that later. Okay. See y'all soon. Y'all be good. Stay safe. Enjoy your weekend. And I will talk to y'all in our next class. Bye.